dear friends. Today I am going to make 豆沙锅饼, bean paste pancake, and this is the ingredients. I got beautiful Adzuki beans, 2 different types of sugar, goose fat, some water, and later on we're going to use a pressure cooker to fasten up the cooking process. And for the pancake, it is so easy, more or less just like crepes, but instead of milk we're using water, egg, flour, sugar, and some oil. I'm gonna use some water to wash and cook to clean up the beans. Let's go. We're gonna cook until the water is boiling. Then we will rinse it and get ready for the real cooking process. Water is boiling. I'm switching it off. And wash it away. Rinse it. I got my beans ready, and 2 3/4 of water. Okay. Switch on high heat. Seal the lid and wait until the pressure comes up. Little heat and count 25 minutes. The pressure is in its full power, and tone the heat down to low, and time 25 minutes. All we have to do is just wait. 25 minutes. It's off, and I have switched off the stove, but as you can see, the pressure is still on. I'm gonna leave it there, not touching it at all, until the pressure completely off. Pressure no longer exists. There you go. It doesn't look like there's a lot of water in there, but now we're gonna stir fry and try to fry away all those liquid. Turn the heat back on. I would say it takes at least half an hour. Wow, listen to learn. In the middle of frying my bean paste, I lost track of time and chat with friends. When I come back, the bottom is burned, but luckily the paste itself is fine. So I'm gonna switch to another pot and carry on the frying process. And this time, of course, I'm not going away. As you can see, the liquid is getting less and less. This is really crucial. You wanna switch this the heat down and stay really close to your pot and carry on stirring. Clean the sugar. Now, as soon as I add the sugar, there will be even more liquid releasing out of the beans, which is good. And you carry on the process. Now when it comes to frying your bean paste, as you can see, I'm using a wooden spoon with a flat bottom. because this way I can make sure that nothing stick onto the bottom of the pot that gets burned, and then you can say the whole pot goodbye. As it gets thicker and thicker, you pretty much can be sure that it's almost ready. I will give it a minute, and then it's time to add my goose fat. Very traditionally we use lard, but these days people have more health conscious. Some people use coconut oil, even olive oil. Personally, I still prefer animal fat, so I'm using goose fat because I have it in hand, or I'll just choose lard. That's pretty much done. I know there is no longer heat. Now you may ask, why adding fat? Because as the bean paste cools down, as it gets really dry without liquid, it's hard to form into it becomes crumbly if you want to make it into a pastry. So for better flavor in a bean paste recipe, you normally will add some oil or fat. This is pretty much done. Just have it cool down a bit. We can work our pancake. While the bean paste is cooling down, I'm making the pancake batter. It also needs to be cooled down a bit. Not cool down, but rest a little. So let's make it best time. I got a cup of water here, cold water. I'm gonna crack an egg in. Sugar and a cup of all-purpose flour. To make sure there's no lump, I would like the batter to be as smooth as possible. You literally, if you add milk instead of water, that would be a classic crab batter, I would say. So the idea is pretty much the same. That's the sugar. We'll just pop it back in. That's too late. And mix it well. Around a tablespoon of olive oil or vegetable oil. Bean paste is cooled down enough, or I really don't want to waste any longer. I'm just gonna scoop some and try to form a rectangular shape. For this size of the pan. So I won't be able to tell you exactly how big or how big the portion for the bean paste you're gonna use, because it really depends on your appetite and how many serving. I like my bean paste rather thin, that is wrapped with a pancake, but once again, it's something very personal. If you prefer a richer, a thicker layer of the beans, be my guest. I'm doing this with a on a cling foam because it's easier to operate once I start frying the bean paste, the pancakes. Sort of patch it up. Need some more here. The bean paste that you handmade by yourself is really delicious. Especially by accident I realized using caster sugar and brown sugar with a little bit of animal fat have really enhanced the flavor of the bean paste itself. Since then, I wouldn't do it otherwise. Any other way, I mean. Whatever it takes. Sort of rectangular. The batter is very forgiving. Patch it up. If it's not pretty, the first one, it's normal. This is the hard part. I always cannot. I have a hard time put it right in the middle, but it seems to be okay this time. Now let's patch it up. Nothing should be wasted. 2, 3. Sort of a rectangular shape. I'm going to tone up the heat and make the how do you say, the pancake crispier. Literally swim. Beautiful. Now it's high heat. I want the pancake to be crispy outside, soft, creamy, sweet inside. Voila! Fantastic. Browner. I like it browner. Look at this. It's hot, it's crispy, it's soft, it's sweet. All together. Now, I hate to touch this beautiful part, so I'm just going to you hear it? Crispy sound. Just the way I like it. Please do give it a try. I know it's a lot easier to buy bean paste in the store, but it's so worth it once you try it yourself. I hope you like this. See you next time.